Okay, it is 9:56, and before the chart probably gets too hard to read, I did have one attempted trade with GESI. This is a previous run up. I talked about wanting to short this one if I had the ability. I did take one trade and I noped the hell out of it when it wasn't doing the thing I wanted it to. It did have a nice run up. It did break this $5 level. I didn't like how exaggerative it was. And then it went to the 520s, and then it had a sharp drop all the way near the lows of the day, and I did take a buy at 949, which was right here because it also broke a trend line, and I thought, all right, I can take a trade here and I'll cut it if it breaks or it looks like it's about to break the day low. And best case scenario, makes a move towards VWAP. Maybe it tries to get near the highs again and be like a very big explosion before it has the big panic, which it's actually doing right now. At least it seems like it. And when it was getting near the day low, I noped the hell out of it at 950. I was out at 485, so that was right here. I got out right near the day lows, and I only lost $2.50, and it might have seemed a bit crazy. Why am I only going to trade 50 shares on this setup right here if I'm trading a $20 risk level? I had this thing in mind that maybe the setup doesn't work out and it just starts having the big old panic because it's trading right around the highs of the other day. And, I'm going to be, worst case scenario, a part of some slippage if it does something like that. I think it was a crappy setup ultimately, but I think I traded it very well and I got out of it and I followed my plan because if I didn't, that would have really sucked. I'll be watching this now for maybe a potential morning panic bounce play, but I'm going to be very cautious with this one because it's a high priced OTC. It doesn't have the best volume at times. It trades with a very wide spread. I might not even trade it, but if I do, I'll just trade it the best that I can, and we'll see how things can go from here. It's possible, but this could be like a little sell off, and then it gets a whole bunch of shorts stuck into here, and then they bring it up, and then they squeeze the heck out of them. But this might even just be like a little fake out bounce setup, and then it'll just break the day low and head even lower, especially when you can't tell that easily because it trades with that wide spread. Although it's not showing it now, this thing can trade with a really wide spread, and I'll make an update later. Alright, it is 11:59 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I am down exactly $2.65, and that was a speculative setup with GESI when it had that run up right here from the 490s as high as the 520s, which was at one point above this high right here off of this previous run up. And then when it had that sell off and it was near the day low under VWAP, I got in for that setup, and if it looks like it was going to break the day low, which was my risk level, I was going to get out, and I got out immediately. This was good discipline. The setup didn't work out. Definitely didn't work out, but I did a really good job cutting the trade right then and there. And I was watching it for some kind of a morning panic bounce play. It actually didn't drop much more, and it didn't uptrend back near the highs where I thought it could maybe, if it's not going to continue the panic, maybe it can like uptrend and then get near the highs and start squeezing a bunch of shorts, but it actually didn't really do anything like that. There was a point right here when I was interested in it at this 382 level, and I got pretty salty because before I placed an order it was already starting the uptrend and it kind of just shot up with a wide spread, and then I didn't want to be a part of it at 392, and then it got as high as a 420, so that threw me off. And then it kind of came back and I didn't really want to trade it anymore, and it didn't have the same amount of momentum as it did previously. That was pretty much it in terms of that one. I was watching ILUS for like a turnaround because it had a big volume day with the news, but it just sold off. It wasn't really that nice, and it didn't even touch VWAP when it was down a lot on the day. RMSL wasn't too impressive because it doesn't have the volume, but if it tries, I would consider it for a breakout past the 4 cent level, but it still has a long way to go, I think. Nothing with CYBL. And SYXX was impressive. I did see this little panic it had here, but I never took it because I just didn't like the level 2 in the price action. And of course, they had that crazy run up, right? And I didn't have that much of an interest in it, except for when it broke past this 8 cents level. And Yeah, I just don't like the way SYXX trades. If it traded nicer, I would give it more money and be in more setups. I do like the drop it had towards VWAP though and how it came back. That was a pretty cool setup from the 83 level to the 91. That's really about it. Just really frustrating this week. Pretty burnt out too. I look forward to, I believe, not trading on Monday so I can have more of a rest and get out of this burnt out level. It just feels like nothing's really working out and it's just a grind. And I just keep going and that's all I have to do. And that's it for this recording right here. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be a short day. The markets will close at 2 p.m., but yeah, I'll just have to keep trying. And once again, that's all I have for today.